Gentleman from Michigan.
Mr. Speaker, no one's worked harder on this issue than Mr. Gutierrez, the gentleman from Illinois. I'm pleased to recognize him for 3 minutes.
Gentleman from Illinois is recognized for 3 minutes.
We've heard about how important STEM visas are, and we don't want to debate the point. They're important. That's why when we have the real immigration debate, the debate that will result in the signature of the president, the debate that starts in January when Congress is sworn in, that's why we will have STEM visas in that bill. So everyone agrees STEM visas are important, and if you didn't know this before the last election, I hope you know it now. The American people want us to fix our immigration system. But the more important message I got from the election is that American people say that we can solve the immigration issue. If Republicans and Democrats work together, put aside bitterness, come to the table in an honest manner. It's not enough to talk about lowering the rhetoric, an honest manner, a transparent manner. We can solve the tough problems of immigration and make it at the top of our list. We need to approach immigration as a faucet of America's past, present, and future, and solve the problems we have with our current immigration mess like adults, honestly and openly and in a bipartisan manner. We need to stop scoring cheap political points and playing games with immigration and start working together, not bringing bills without ever discussing and negotiating with the other side of the aisle. That's not the way you get comprehensive. Which is why it is so disappointing that the majority has decided to undermine an area of bipartisan agreement on STEM visas by loading up the measure with provisions that are a slap in the face to the core values and the rich tradition of immigrants to the United States of America. If you support this bill, you're saying that one group of immigrants is better than another, that one type of educated, degree-holding persons and their work is more important than others. In order to give visas to those with PhDs and master's degrees, Republicans make two demands. First, we take away visas and the only means of legal immigration from 50,000 people who may not have PhDs or master's degree. Talk about picking winners and losers. My dad, if he had been an immigrant from Ireland or Nigeria or Taiwan, would have been told, nope, America's not for you under this bill, Mr. Gutierrez. It's like when we used to say, hanging up signs in America, help wanted, Irish need not apply, which are part of the diversity program today that they want to kill. The second thing this bill requires is that we treat the families of those with PhDs and master's degree differently than we treat the families of those who don't have doctorates. If you have a master's or a PhD, we say, please come to America. Bring your wife, bring your husband, bring your kids. We'll give them all permission to work. Automatic work permits for spouses, no waiting for STEM degree holders. But if you don't have a PhD or a master's degree, we're going to take away your wife's ability to work legally. We may let her in 6 months earlier.
I yield the gentleman 30 additional seconds.
Thank you so
Gentleman's
much.
recognized for 30 seconds.
It's so as they said to my father, let's check your education record, Mr. Gutierrez. Oh, no doctor before your name? No fancy initials, Mr. Gutierrez, after your name? Well, Mrs. Gutierrez and the kids stay home. You can't work. That is not America. There was no special line for PhDs and master's degree holders on Ellis Island. There was no asterisk on the Statue of Liberty that said IQ must be there and a higher standard. They are saying my father, and I resent it. My father was too stupid to make it, but he put 2 kids through college and one in the House of Representatives.
Gentleman's time has expired.